What's going on, guys? Today's video I want to focus on basically just making you better at building. Um, First off, we're going to go into dynamic building. I got some clips to show you for that one. It's actually just this game. Unfortunately, Shadowplay didn't record the audio, so I just got some music in the background. But anyway, after that, I'll show you my settings so you can build quicker. Show you some defensive structures that I like to build, and then go into how to improve at building and show you some other bonus stuff. So right away, I find this guy. Actually, he finds me, and take him out. Luckily, we both whiffed some shots, but I end up winning that one. He had 2 blue, which was nice of him. So now I'm sandwiched. I got 2 people shooting at me from opposite directions. This kind of sucks. And my strategy here is to throw up a ramp to basically block him off while I focus on one at a time. I mean, it seems obvious, but you know, in the heat of the moment, you got to really think like that. So take him out, and I can just focus on this guy, or so I think, until, boom, another guy in the same freaking direction. Great. So another ramp to block him off while I focus on this guy. He stands still. Thank you, dude. Don't know why he did that, but I'll take it. Freebie. Where the hell did he go? We don't know. Next part. That's what I call staircase sieging, ramp sieging, whatever. Basically just throw a bunch of stairs up, usually at least 2, so you don't get knocked off instantly. And if you do, just keep building more stairs, and you can continue to do this as long as you have the resources for it. Doesn't matter if it's wood, brick, metal, just not to exceed 3 or 4 staircases high because of fall damage. This thing I'm in right now, I like this structure. It's 2 staircases followed by walls all around me, and I feel it's important to make your base small enough that you can actually respond to flanks, because you want to hear people coming for you. If your base is too big, then you won't hear them. I also like to hug the blue, so you don't have to worry about who's behind you unless they're being cheeky. You can actually throw a staircase into a wall, into a staircase like I did there, for extra defense. Then you don't have to worry about that. That guy just teleported, which is always cool. Early access. Now this is where it gets awkward. I really want this guy, and he's an actual threat to me because he's going for grenades. He wants to get within range of me, and I can't let him do that. So I have to, worry about the guy on my left while I'm shooting at him. These are the last 2 guys, by the way. And this goes on for a long time, where I'm just constantly putting up walls. And at some point I get fed up. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm making this double wide. And now I can put up 2 walls if I need to, which I don't, because he has to push to me. I have this circle. He puts himself in perfect range for the grenade launcher. And I have the high ground, so I don't have to worry about that. Now this last guy, I know he's in that general direction. And I get impatient. I'm like, you know what, let's just let's end this quick. At this height, I shouldn't take fall damage. Put up some ramps just so I can't, I can peek, and luckily he walks into the headshot and everything's great. So moving on, I just want to show you my settings real quick. This is really important for building quickly and efficiently. Q by default, I have a mouse button for that, as well as the staircase, F3. These 2 buttons I'm constantly pushing. That's so I'm just gonna kind of flip through it real quick. If you the Q is important because you can quickly switch back to your weapon. So I go from building to not building. It's just switching the hotbars, as you can see on the bottom right. Just makes me quickly able to react if someone's flanking around the side. And I can also put away the staircases with Q. So that's important. This is as opposed to using F1. I don't use F1 at all for the wall. I just use Q because it serves the same purpose. So this is kind of like a fortified ramp. They have to go through 2 layers to take it down. And this is if I'm kind of in the middle of somewhere. I just want to defend from all sides. This is pretty much the optimal setup right here, except I would have metal on the outsides if I could around everything, because it takes 2 rockets now to blow up. If you fall out, you really don't want to build up to your thing, because that just leaves a a nice little entryway for someone to flank you. So you could technically dig a hole through your own floor, but here I'm just going to build a door, and it kind of shows some other tricks. Awkward getting in there, but so now how do I get in? Well, for one, I want to get rid of my door so no one else can use it. And then I just make my stairs face a different direction. And, of course, move them back. But being quick at that is also very important for just efficiency. You know, you don't want to get caught out standing still and get sniped. That house is going to be important later on. So, actually, right here. In this particular area of the map, there is a pre-built structure that you can actually modify, because it's, you know, the same thing that you can build. Everything you see here you can build, except of course the house that it's standing on. I'm just going to kind of show you, it shows you how it's made as well if you want to replicate it. This one was an interesting one I never knew existed, the little corner piece there. So these structures aren't like particularly important for the Battle Royale section, but it is good to know, just in case like you're like, let's do something quirky. Could catch someone off guard. And that's an impossible structure, so it just instantly destroys. I highly recommend that you come out here and just play around. If you're uncomfortable at all with building, you're not sure, like these roof pieces are actually pretty useful if you want to like use them instead of stairs. There's a lot of things you can do with that. I haven't personally seen someone use it against me, but I know it's possible. So I made a nice little house here, just kind of learning the controls, trying to get quicker at it. How practical it is, I don't know. A lot of times building should be dynamic. You shouldn't really have set structures that you're staying at for extended periods. Here, while I was just, you know, learning the game, someone decides to drop in uninvited. And I actually, pretty sure here I jump on top of this player model, which I was definitely not planning on here. And I just gave him my fort, so that worked out really well. But having that quick bind staircase allowed me to try to take back the advantage, and he whiffs, so I don't die. Great. It looks like the circle actually fell right on me, so that, well, not quite, but close enough. I'm trying to rebuild my fort, and, you know, here we go again. And this is going to kind of show some of those defensive maneuvers in action. I kind of mess up that wall there, but I make sure to build a floor so I don't get knocked off my own base. I force him to run with the barrage, and that just leaves him open for some rifle. So this shows a... I just wanted to see if this was practical at all. It's basically a single tower with stairs that run all the way up. It takes a while to build. Not very practical to go up. Definitely not practical to go down. It's very awkward. But it is cool to look at. So if you have like 4 people and you just want to make something weird, this one is a double wide, which is a lot easier to run up and down. But I mean, just imagine how many resources that was. That was like 700 or something. So not very practical at all. But it would survive a lot of rockets. What you can do is you build ramps all the way up the tower. So as long as there's one piece intact to the ground, if they were to barrage your tower, it should stay intact. Anyway, that's about all I have for now. I hope you're able to pick up a few things from the video. I know I did in the process of making it. A lot of those structures I never knew how to build or how it worked, so it's good to know. If there's anything I didn't cover sufficiently, you're welcome to ask in the comments. Other than that, thanks for watching.